Michael was invisible to most people. He worked as a janitor at Orion Tower, the tallest and most expensive building in the city. Every night, when the offices emptied and the lights dimmed, Michael came in with his mop, bucket, and old backpack. He wasn't bitter. He just wanted to survive. His small paycheck fed his sick mother and paid for his younger sister's school fees. Michael wore the same pair of worn-out sneakers every night, and no one in the tower ever remembered his name. But one night, something happened. Something that would change his life forever. It was past midnight when Michael entered the CEO's office on the top floor. He had only been in this room once before, but tonight it was on his cleaning schedule. The office was huge. Walls of glass overlooking the glowing city, marble floors, and shelves full of books and awards. On the mahogany desk sat a single leather wallet. Michael froze. He shouldn't touch it. He knew that, but the wallet looked expensive, and curiosity tugged at him. Slowly, he picked it up. Inside were credit cards, business cards, and cash. But what shocked him most was a signed blank check. Michael's heart pounded. With that check, he could write any amount. He could pay off debts, buy medicine for his mother, send his sister to the best school. But then he remembered his father's words. "Son, money earned dishonestly will never bring peace." His hands shook. For a moment, he thought of filling in a small number. No one would notice. But then, he put the check back and carefully closed the wallet. Instead of stealing, he left a note on the desk. "I found this while cleaning. Nothing is missing. Michael." Then he walked away. The next evening, after finishing his shift, Michael returned to his tiny apartment. He was fixing a leaky pipe when there was a heavy knock on his door. Two men in black suits stood there. "Mr. Michael Reyes?" One asked. "Yes." Michael stammered. "You are requested at Orion Tower by Mr. Kane himself." Mr. Kane, the billionaire owner of Orion Tower. Michael's stomach dropped. Was he in trouble? Did they think he tried to steal? Trembling, he followed them to a waiting limousine. The limousine carried him back to the skyscraper. For the first time, Michael entered not as a janitor, but as a guest. Inside the grand office, Mr. Kane sat behind his desk, tall, sharp-eyed, intimidating. He held up the wallet. "Did you find this last night?" Kane asked. "Yes, sir," Michael whispered. "And you didn't take anything?" "No, sir." Mr. Kane leaned back. "Most people would have. Why didn't you?" Michael swallowed hard. "Because it's not mine. I may be poor, sir, but I'm not a thief." For the first time, Kane smiled. Over the next few weeks, Kane gave Michael unusual tasks. At first, they seemed silly, cleaning while executives laughed at him, answering tough questions about honesty, even being asked what he would do with $1 million. Michael's answers were always the same. "I would help my family, and help others who struggle like me." Kane watched him closely. One night, Kane invited Michael to dinner in his private suite. After the meal, he leaned forward and said, "You passed the test." Michael blinked. "Test? Yes. I left that wallet on purpose. I wanted to see if honesty still exists in this world. You could have taken the money, but you didn't. That tells me everything I need to know." Michael was speechless. Then Kane handed him an envelope. Inside was a scholarship offer, a job promotion, and a check, not blank, but signed with an amount big enough to change his life. Michael cried as he held the check. He thought of his mother, his sister, and the nights he spent feeling invisible. From that day on, he was no longer just the janitor. Kane became his mentor. Michael studied, worked hard, and rose to a new position. Years later, he returned to Orion Tower, not with a mop, but as one of the company's managers. And every time he saw a janitor, he stopped, greeted them by name, and thanked them for their work, because he knew what it felt like to be invisible. Michael's story reminds us that integrity has power. Sometimes the smallest choices, like returning a wallet, can shape the greatest destinies. It wasn't money, luck, or connections that changed Michael's life. It was honesty. If you found inspiration in this story, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, because someone else may need this message too.